Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In previous video I showed you the Mungyo 120 color set, and today I'm going to show you all of my oil pastels. This is one of my favorite medium to work with beside coloring pencils. If you are also interested in coloring pencils, I will do a separate video to show you my collection, but today we only talk about oil pastels. So let's get started. There are a lot of oil pastel brands on the market, and the first set you're going to start your oil pastel journey, decide whether you like it or not. So be careful with your choice. The first set I'm going to show you is from a German brand called Pfister. This is exactly an example of the set which you as beginner shouldn't start with. This set is student grade quality, and the problem you have with student grade quality is that often the colors are not vibrant or opaque enough, and they also contain a lot of binders instead of oil. So do not expect a smooth layering or blending with them. I would say when it comes to layering, you can put up to 4 layers. That's the maximum for the colors not to peel off. If you use canvas, maybe you can put more layers, but you have to use solvent to blend them. They do not blend on their own. For example, like the Mungyo or the Peruvians or any artist grade oil pastels. The paper that you're using is also important when it comes to oil pastels. If you have bad oil pastel like this one, you can enhance or improve the performance with the paper. Just use paper with a little more tooth. So next is a set which I really recommend for beginners to start with. This is a Pentel 50 color set. They offer 2 versions of this set. One comes with smaller stick and one comes with bigger stick. This is one of the cheapest oil pastel set that I own, and for the price the quality is amazing. They are also student grade, but the texture is much more softer than the previous one, so it's easier to blend and also easier to layer with them. You can put 5 or 6 layers before the colors start to peel off. The colors blend on their own, so you can choose to work with or without solvent. And they perform pretty well on any type of paper, whether it's watercolor paper or pastel paper or paper with smoother surfaces, which is pretty great. This set is really a bargain, but maybe you shouldn't buy this set if you're sensitive to smell, because I've heard a lot of people say lately that the oil pastel set smell like gasoline. Well, mine actually does not smell like gasoline, but I bought this set for about 5 years ago, and maybe Pentel just did a reformulation of the set. I also own the bigger one, and this set does smell like gasoline. I just leave the box open for a while and the smell does start to fade away, and after 1 year I can tell you that the smell is still there, but it is not noticeable as in the beginning. I really love Pentel oil pastels. They also have a artist quality set, but because I already have a lot, so I decided not to buy them. The artist quality one is quite expensive though, so if you don't know which set you're going to buy, I would say buy all of them if you can afford. But if you want to go on budget, I would recommend you to get the set with smaller sticks, because you can work on details easier with them than with the bigger ones. With the bigger ones, I often use for my background. No matter what kind of oil pastel set I use, I always keep this set by my side in case I need some smaller stick for detail work. And this one is great for doing backgrounds, It really does not matter if you choose the bigger one or the smaller one, you get the same consistency and the same range of color. So next is a product that put Faber-Castell to shame. It is the oil pastels. I mean, I love Faber-Castell and I love polychromos, but this one was really a pain in the ass. The only positive thing that I can say about this set is that the color range. For 36 colors, you also get some muted color, which is rare in a smaller set. The consistency of the sticks are not stable, and some colors like the skin tone and the pinks are awful. They are hard, they contain a lot of binders, and honestly for like 25 euros I did expect a little bit more, and because the name Faber-Castell was on it. This really breaks my heart because I love Faber-Castell so much, but I cannot say anything good about this set because the blending is horrible, layering is also horrible. You can put maximum 2 or 3 layers, and no matter what kind of paper you use, the performance is always very unsatisfying. If you accidentally bought this set and you thought for yourself like, no, I don't like this at all, well, I can tell you there's nothing wrong with you, but it is because of the set. There's still one cure for bad oil pastel is that when they are hard, they are better suited for works on canvases because the surface of the canvas is more rough, so the pastel can grab on the surface better than on the paper, and you can still put a lot of layers by using solvent. So if that's the case, I would recommend you to switch from paper to canvas. So now I'm going to show you some works which I've done with a pencil one. This is a Leg in Autumn out of my imagination. And next one is Starry Night from Van Gogh, which I tried to copy. And this is my own painting which I call Starry Cat because it's in Van Gogh style, but a cat. And with the Faber-Castell set. So as you can see, look at the clouds, they are awful. At some point I cannot mix the color anymore, so I just give up, and please don't ask me why I painted the leg red. And this is the portrait I made under 10 minutes of someone random on the internet. It turned out to be pretty okay when I tried not to layer the colors, and after a while I draw this painting with the Faber-Castell and I somehow made it work. Not totally satisfying, but not horrible. After touching oil pastels for a while, I have to wash my hand. This is the only downside when it comes to oil pastels. Next, we move on to mid-range oil pastels. This is from the brand called Paul Rubens. Paul Rubens is a Chinese brand. They offer great artist quality art supply. I think their watercolor is pretty well known, and I also love their oil pastels. I own 3 sets. This is the macaron set. You have to get this set if you love pastels colors. The colors are all vibrant and very opaque, and the consistency is very soft. It feels like butter. I would say if you don't have the money for Sennelier, you can just get this set as a good dupe. The sticks are actually so soft that in the summer, when you hold the stick for too long in your hand, they start to melt with the temperature of your fingers. You can use a palette knife to create some thicker texture if you like to, or you can use the blending stump, or in my case, I love to use my fingers to blend oil pastels. When oil pastels are soft like this, you can buy few colors and then mix new colors on your own. Next we have their standard 48 color set. You have your normal colors and then some muted colors and also some pastels. At the back I did a little sketch to test them out. Each set comes with 2 booklets, and one will show you all the colors available. They also have a set with pearlescent color, but I didn't buy it because it was not appealing to me. And if you're new to oil pastels, they also show you some tricks and tips or techniques that you can follow, so it's quite helpful. I don't know if it's weird or not, but sometimes I test my oil pastel in the palm of my hand to see how buttery they are. The last set of Peruvians I'm going to show you is my favorite of them all. It is called the Morandi set, so all the colors are muted. So if you love those kind of colors, you have to get this set. This is a newer set, and unfortunately you can get this set only on AliExpress right now. I haven't seen them on Amazon or eBay. Although they claim to be artist quality, I can't find any information about light fastness. So if you're going to sell your work, I will still stick to Caran D'ache or Sennelier. Peruvians does not offer a bigger set, for example more than 100 colors or more than 120 colors, but all the set combines, you get a lot of colors for a decent price, and the quality is amazing. Here are the swatches of all 3 sets. Next we have the Mungyo or soft oil pastels. This is a Korean brand. The oil pastels are pretty well known and are pretty loved by oil pastels users. I really recommend the Gallery Artist of Oil Pastels if you want artist grade quality oil pastels, but you don't want to break your bank account. Blending and layering with them is a dream, and the colors are soft, they are vibrant, they are pretty opaque. There's nothing to complain about this set. The biggest set which they offer is the 120 color set. I actually did an unboxing and swatching video of this set, and if you haven't seen that video and you're curious, I can put the link in the description box for you to check out. There is also a oil pastel set which is only student grade quality, so make sure you get the right one. Next we have some beautiful oil pastels from the brand Caran D'ache. It is a brand from Switzerland. I just bought the smallest set to try out first because I was so traumatized from Faber-Castell. At first I thought all Faber-Castell products are amazing and I don't want to make the same mistake with Caran D'ache. But for my surprise, every Caran D'ache product I use until now, I am very satisfied with them, so I decided to get the 96 color set. This is their full set. Here are the swatches, and this time I will also make some little hearts on the swatch sheet to know which color I like. The pigmentation of the set is like crazy. They're expensive, but I can tell you that you just need a little bit because they're heavily loaded with pigmentation that you don't need to use much. And this set is going to last me like for a very long time. The box is made out of very sturdy cardboard, so it is also very compact and it still feels very luxurious. At the back you have all the colors again with the numbers, and you also have a little fancy timeline of the products. So with Caran D'ache you can do nothing wrong. They also offer some crayons, but they actually feel like oil pastels, even though they are wax-based. One is water resistant and the other one is water soluble. And I know that the water soluble one is also pretty loved by watercolors artists. So that's why I include them in this video, although they are crayons. Like I said before, they perform almost like oil pastels and not like normal crayons that you know, for example Crayolas. The pigmentation is great and they also blend with each other like a dream. If you have used normal crayons like before, you know blending crayons with each other can be very challenging. But with these crayons you have no problem because they have the blendability of an oil pastel or like coloring pencils. So if you like the feeling of oil pastels but you hate the smearing, then maybe you should consider to buy this one, because I can go over and over with my finger on the surface and nothing will happen. The biggest downside of this set is actually the price, because Caran D'ache is made in Switzerland, so they are already expensive because the higher living standard, and all of the Caran D'ache products are light fast except for their student grade quality. But I can tell you that even their student grade quality is way more better than all the student grade quality from other brands. So the last oil pastel set which I'm going to introduce to you is like the Louis Vuitton of the oil pastel world. This is the portrait set from a very well-known brand, Sennelier. They are first invented for Picasso, and as you can see they also offer a very large oil pastel stick. And like every high-end brand, you get this booklet, and here are all the colors they offer. They also have some metallic color, but I don't see myself ever using metallic oil pastels. You also get some green and blue in this set, but I only keep the earthy tone and also the skin tone in the box. Like Caran D'ache, they offer open stock, so if you like certain color you can buy them separately like I do. They look like lipstick and they kind of feel like a lipstick too because they are so buttery. If you like to smudge your oil pastel around like me, then you're going to love this one. And if you like this oil pastel so much and you have so many to spend, you can buy the 120 colors which they offer in a wooden case. It looks really fancy. is one thing about Sennelier is that their white oil pastels are unbeatable. There is a good dupe on the market, which is the Parubin oil pastels. So I bought a set of Parubins separately. For artworks which require light fastness, I will stick to the Sennelier. But for normal artwork, for example like sketches, I just use the Parubin because they're way cheaper. You can use any oil pastel you like, but what I really recommend is that you get yourself some Sennelier whites because they're really great for highlights. Now I'm going to play around with them a little bit. First I'm going to blend some stick together, and then I will do some gradient later. Here are my recommendations. If you are an artist and you need to sell your work, light fastness is really important. So I will stick to the Sennelier or the Caran D'ache. And because both brands offer open stock, so you can easily stock up your favorite colors. If you like your oil pastel a little bit harder, I would go for the Caran D'ache. And if you like the buttery texture, then I would go for the Sennelier. If you don't like the smudging at all and you like the feeling of the oil pastel, I would try it out these crayons from Caran D'ache. For those who want artist grade quality oil pastel but don't want to break the bank, I would recommend the Mungyo oil pastels or the Parubins. Personally, I prefer the Mungyo more because the blendability and layering is better than the Parubin set. For beginners, I would recommend these two sets from Pentel. They are inexpensive and the quality is great, so you can create decent works with them. Please don't buy this Faber-Castell set. You can still make it work, but for beginner it is quite frustrating and very challenging. You can work on canvas like I said before, or you can give this to children because children don't know how to blend and don't know how to layer, and this is also the same for this Vista set. that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for those who stay until the very end, I have a little bonus for you.